Shalom and good day all, this is Tehillim29 back again for another indie comic review, and in this indie comic review I will be covering The Ones by Brian Michael Bendis. And now is the time to find out, did he actually stick the landing through this particular comic run? So moving into first things first, as you know I like to rate things a certain way, and the first thing that comes up is, does this cover in any way, shape or form connect to something that is happening inside with the story? Sure enough it does, to which I give it a 7 out of 10. I'll now move on to the next thing, and that is showing some of the internal art as well as some of the things that are happening internally story-wise, along with some of the characters, as we look into the internal art for it to be rated. Starting now. So as we begin to move into the story, in this fourth part, we have the character of, the character that was once Baby Satan, now big-sized, little bit grown up, or grew up really fast, and here he is looking through the group of the Chosens, or one of the members that are considered what is a Chosen in this universe. And you can tell with the character's behavior, yeah, this is how I feel about the comic issue. It's a bore. Now time to move towards some of the art around the middle. And as we start to move around the middle of the story, of course these members that consist of the Chosen try to bring up or to challenge the person who calls himself Satan or the devil, and he's sort of like just sitting there wasting his time. And it's pretty much how this comic has come about. The beginning of it really felt good, but as we start to move towards the conclusion of the story, and as we finally move on to the end of the story, you can certainly see that it's just like a big waste of time and a big waste of money. Not that there's anything wrong with that. There were some interesting parts at the beginning of like the first couple of issues, but I really felt that it missed the mark. But overall, in regards to the art side of things, I gave it a 7 out of 10. So moving into the next thing, and that is the story rating. So first things first, of course, this being like a mini-series, did we get anything covering in the issue in the area of time? There were no comic references to any of the previous comics in the series, so that wasn't covered here. So no, there was no indication in regards to time. Next is location. We had no idea where the hell we were in this particular issue. He didn't even let the audience know where the hell we were, and it's a real disappointment. I was really hoping that this story would have actually come out with a bit of a bang. I'm afraid it didn't happen. But what did we get? We, of course, got the cast of characters. Nothing really clear as to where we were location-wise. So the cast of characters consisting of Ava, Mr. Gold, Dr. Janax, Dorothy, Frace, Wilson, Barb, Chester, of course Satan, and last but not least Lorik. For the overall story rating in this, I'm afraid it gets a 5 out of 10. The earlier issues were definitely better, but I really wish Brian Michael Bendis stuck the ending on this. And it just wasn't a very exciting ending. I enjoy a lot of Brian Michael Bendis indie comics over his mainstream. I'd rather go back and read through Joy Operations again compared to this. Well, until then, let's keep it colourful and have yourself an awesome day.